Hello, 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 hello. So, hi guys, and welcome to the Real Things Podcast. If you're new here, welcome firstly to the podcast. Welcome to this here leg of the podcast. May I tell you, may I tell you, may I tell you. So today, guys, in the meantime and between time, we want to just catch up on a lot of things that happened over the weekend. One also of the main highlighters of the weekend is a live which Mr. Cecil did, or AKA Mr. Cecil, AKA Trenchtown Boy, did with I Am Marwa. People, I really want to do this live. Um, I really want to do this live, but me tell you, I have some ongoing work, so don't be surprised if I don't have to get up, run away for a quick second, and then I come back. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Sorry that I have to start this way, but it is what it is. You get it in real time, no filters. All right, my people. So, first and foremost, before I go into today's podcast, let me just share this with you guys. Um, Number one, there was a comment that was pinned on Mr. Cecil's YouTube channel that caused a lot of stir over in last week, and also um, it created some. It's like it was a chain reaction. It triggered some nastier things to happen. Number one, you know that negative reactors will just look for anything to run with and to make a situation that is already, tricky, already delicate situation. They took it and they made it worse. They made a mock of it. Now, you know the age of Mr. Cecile. And by the way, for those of you who, before I go any further, for those of you who are new here and wondering what am I talking about, Mr. Cecile is a Jamaican that went. He lives in the U.S., but he went to visit Ayamarwa in his homestead. Actually, Ayamarwa is not really there right now. He's in Argentina, awaiting the birth of his, first child. And Mr. Cecile went to visit Myanmar's village and brought along some stuff. You know that he made promise. He promised and he made good on his promise. Brought them back, and whether Myanmar was there or not, the goods went. The good Mr. Cecile brought the goods to, the people in the village. I mean, it would have been a case where Ayamarwa had to do the distribution of the goods himself, but due to the situation, all these things, will have to wait until whenever he returns. Anyway, that's not the story. The story is Mr. Cecile went into the village of Nyabohanse, and it was a lot of things that occurred there. He went with nothing but good heart and everything, all things good at hand. Because right now, as we speak, the village of Nyabohanse, which is Ayamarwa's village in East Kenya, in East Africa, in Kenya. Me tell you the honest truth, people, they did Mr. Cecil dirty. They've been doing Marwa very dirty because he's like when he speak out on things and tell them, don't do this, don't do this, and this. They tend to react and push back in a very, very, very bad and nasty way. They fight dirty. So it's been ongoing. It's been an ongoing, back and forth with his villagers. Some of them, a lot of them, even subscribers, literally shifted like to to like literally shifted and started, you know, supporting the other villagers who, you know, basically is not really on the side of Marwa. So some of his own subscribers would have turned their backs. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Some of his subscribers would have actually turned their backs on him. I don't really like these classes right now. Sorry. And unfortunately, we are seeing where his subscriber base is kind of stagnant due to this thing. He shared his platform out of love and wanted for his villagers to grow on the space of YouTube, want to share this new thing with them. But anyway, this is not the story. The story is Mr. Cecile, or the highlight rather, is Mr. Cecile went there, brought items, actually also went to extend a hand of peace with Gintu, who is one of the troublemakers, or the main troublemakers right now. He's mostly very active. When I say troublemakers, I mean one of the, negative, let me say negative reactors. Meaning, when I say negative, I mean that he's one of the ones who was close with Ayamarwa. And in a situation where, you have somebody on a team and they're no longer part of the team, they're going to try. In most cases, you see where celebrities end up have to take out a gag order because these people will come out and paint you dirty, you know. Or in some case, I was watching something with even Mr. Beast, one of his former team member, you know. Instead of Mr. Beast responding to the lawsuit, he just settled and just let it go, because then Mr. Beast is gonna stand to lose, And in this case, that's most people were saying to Marwa, just ignore them. But it has gotten to the point where especially this guy, it started not really from this guy Gintu, but it also the originator of these nasty attacks was from three other guys actually in the village, um, the likes of Max One, it's Ernest and Masumbo One, and these guys would even go for Ayamarwa's mother and father. That's how bad it is. I may tell you, in most other countries, Caribbean countries, wouldn't get that. That wouldn't pass on a mouth lip. I'm telling you, it wouldn't pass your mouth lip. But anyway, besides the point. So Cecil went into Nyabohansi and he really was not treated well. He even got embarrassed in so many ways. And one got assaulted verbally online, attacked, even ridiculing how he walks and a lot of things. He used to sponsor one of the kids there, and even the mother of the kid decides that he no longer wants him to sponsor her kid, and she can do better without that. So I don't know where all the backlash originally, people were saying that it may have been a case where she haven't gotten her way, which we don't know the truth of that. And there's also a case where some people were saying, alleging that Mr. Cecile had extended a hand of friendship in a way. Mr. Friendship meaning like a romantic hand. Had asked for her hand, and in a friendship in the romantic side. I'm just trying to find like um advertiser friendly words. If I sound off, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be too raw. Today is not a candid conversation episode. Today is just regular. Yes. So that Mr. City never came out to confirm any of that. So I'm not buying into any of this, guys. Let me tell you the honest truth. I'm not. Anyway, because the way how we see it, I've seen too many things happen on the streets of YouTube. A lot of lies peddle, honestly. People like there's a group of people that literally wants to keep the story alive. They want to keep reaction alive, so they will peddle stories, they will pay people for information. And it might, this with the situation with Mr. Cecile and the attack on him, Trenchtown boy, it may be another case. And until I see proof or hear him come out and say confirm anything, all are innocent, proven guilty. That's basically what I'm trying to say in a nutshell. Do you understand? In the meantime, let me just I'll try to just see if I can get to sharing, a few more thoughts after watching what Marwa and Mr. Cecile had to say. There might be a break in the video. Just give me a quick second because I'm trying to do this live. So let me see if we can pick up on what Mr. Cecile and Marwa had to say in the live that they did yesterday. All right, my people. Hmm. Wow. Today. All right. So sorry about that. I had to check on something on screen. It looked a little off. So let us. in this, and we will come right back.
Bill and with one of our tools. We will see as I go along, you'll see where this is germane to my topic today.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you, I'm going to make a statement, and then I'm going to ask you. So
All
to
right.
begin, first
Yes.
time I can practically state that the bond between Marwa, his family, and I is and always will be loyal and solid, no matter what the circumstance.
All right, guys. So you heard what Mr. Cecil had to say. And I think he said that based on the rumors that has been out there. And actually, um, I myself felt a little bit ticklish about a particular situation because Marwa did a live stream, I think it was, or a video premiere. Can't remember what it was exactly. And there was this point where he actually spoke about Mr. Cecile in a particular, instead of addressing him by name, he used the word guest. So I felt a little, I felt some type of way about that because I was thinking to myself, that's an older man, number one. I think that respect is due. Mr. Cecil has never disrespected, so on and so forth. What any human being would have been thinking, that this itself don't sound good. If you're not going to address the elder by them name, mm, I especially after the things that was done in your village, then I was thinking I was nervous about this whole thing. When me telling you, said nervous, I was nervous. So that part there, I think Mr. Cecile was trying to clear up that they're still friends, because there were speculations ongoing that they may not be friends at this point. They were also saying that Mr. Cecile was chased out from the villa along with Garke. These allegations, these rumors were coming from, actually it was created by Gintu the master himself. It was the first video that I saw, chased from the villa. Garke Gintu Garke what's his name? That doctor guy. I can't remember his name right now. He also Gintu stated that was chased from the villa. So these rumors were going around, a lot of speculations, and I said I did not listen to those. What I listened to was the way how, from Marwa's mouth, the way how he said what he said. It got me nervous. But thank God, as we will watch further in the video, how they dealt with the whole situation. Let's just watch a little bit more.
I
I was,
agree. I agree.
it was said that I was chased from your villa. So to set the record straight, I was never chased
Yes.
from the villa, not by Marwa or anyone. Marwa did not ask me to leave, chase me away, either physically or verbally, nor did he,
Yes.
nor did he infer that I leave, nor did I leave because of an hostile environment. Period. Full stop.
Right,
That's
right,
it.
right.
My departure was clearly
And also,
planned.
Mr. Sorry to cut you short. Also, I want to make it clear as you read that me and you joining this live stream was initiated by you. So, some people may tend to say, oh, Maro had to make Mr. Cecil come to video to say A, B, C, D. I want to make it very clear that Mr. Cecil requested me to
I
actually join him on the live stream.
I asked you
Yes,
yesterday if it was okay
yes,
because I knew nothing about setting up this, and you said yes, and I had to get it set up. So you did
Yes.
not initiate this. I was the one who asked you. And I'm trying to be
No, my people. So the reason for, in case you're wondering, why are they saying these things? Again, let me emphasize the reason why Mr. Cecile is saying all of this and why Marwa is saying this. It is to clear the air, because as I said, a lot of us were speculating like, what the hell is happening. There was this sudden leave, but also Mr. Cecile made some statements when he collected the package. Let me just put that in there before I forget. When he collected the packages that he brought for these people to be distributed in the village of Nebuhanse, he stated clearly, for everybody to hear that, he would love for these things to be done this and this way, like to find a place and to, let the villagers come and who are in need to take what they want. So one would have actually thought that he would have been there, but no, later on we would have heard that this was not the case. He had other things. No, he had other things planned, right? No, honestly, you know, we could listen to every story, all the noise that is out there, and listening to a lot of the noise out there and trying to come to your own conclusion with all the noise that is out there in your head that people are saying, the naysayers are saying this, that. At the end of the day, I think, you know, the best thing that these two gentlemen did was to come to the platform and clear the air, because that was owed to us. Because let me tell you something, I saw the Jamaican community came out color. When I say color, I mean words. Some words I saw in some comments, and them never look good. Them was not looking good, and I sensed that there was going to be a division, and a massive one. And the reason why I say massive division, guys, listen. All of who on the streets of Nyabohanse, YouTube, Ayamarwa supporters, onlookers, we know that the Jamaican community is 110%. Doesn't mean that there are not other peoples involved, but we know that the biggest, go look at the analytics. These people will live overseas also. But look at the analytics. I'm telling you, New York. A majority of Jamaicans live there that support. And this is why I know it worked out also for the Mwango, and that is why, even though she's not the subject here right now, but this is why the love between the Marrow family and Jamaicans unconditional. But this thing of how of the reception Mr. Cecil received rather in the village this time around. Mm-mm. No, sir. No, sir. Anyway, guys, let me just watch a little bit more and we'll continue to dissect.
be as candid as I can, and I know you'll be as candid as you can. Right?
Yes, Mr. Cecil. Yes,
Okay.
me being the bigger YouTuber, people may tend to say, "Oh, Marwa is pushing." No, I want to
No.
make this very clear. This came from Mr. Cecil. Me as Marwa, me, I'll keep quiet. But
Yeah.
Mr. Cecil is very new on YouTube, and for his sake, I decided to come here also to support and to show my appreciation from my side that me and Mr. Cecil, we have no problem. But Mr. Cecil being very new on YouTube, things going there are triggering him very much. Me, I have a thick skin because I've been here for 8 years. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Well said. My departure was clearly planned ahead of time. Also, I was never intended to distribute the gifts I shipped from the United States. I personally it wasn't my intention that I was going to distribute them. It was solely going to be distributed by you or under the auspices of you, along with your family or whoever you choose to deliver it.
No, that section, I'm glad that, guys, that he cleared it up also, because number one, aside from us, the onlookers, who were wondering what happened and why are the gifts being left behind and the sudden departure. We would say sudden. No, he cleared that up. He said he had his plans, like I said earlier. No, aside from that, this guy, Gintu, that Mr. Cecil would have met a few days after his arrival in the village with the intent of mediating between mediating in the ongoing cyberbullying and harassment from Gintu and the likes of his clan to Marwa and family. And it is creating a lot of division in the YouTube community and in the community of Nebuchadnezzar. I'm telling you. Mr. Cecil jumped into that and tried to be a mediator. He also extended a hand of gratitude in a way towards Gintu, because he told him in live in one of the video that we saw online from Gintu's platform that he, Mr. Cecil, is willing. Here's my number. I'll give you my number. I'm willing to assist you in your endeavors on your platform if I can afford it. If there's anything that you want in terms of charity and the likes, that is what he was talking about. I will assist you if I can afford it. And it is sad, 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 sad. There was other things discussed. Maybe some was on camera, some was off camera. But Gintu left with the idea because Mr. Cecile shared some of his ideas, things that he would have loved to do in the village of Nyabohanse. Now, Gintu left with another understanding complete package that Mr. Cecil, the stuff, the items that Mr. Cecil took to Marwa's villa, left there, was supposed to be distributed by himself, Gintu. Gintu was going to be the person to, maybe away from, like I say, off camera, away from camera. I cannot remember during the videoing or if anything was edited out. I don't know. Where did Mr. Cecil, I didn't, and items to distribute in Nebuchadnezzar. Did you guys hear anything like that? No. If I've missed that part in the video of Gintu and Mr. Cecil in the meeting, I never heard any such thing. No, because this is hey.
I'm doing this live stream in the village, who in my mind is nothing but, it's been said, it appears as if I was beaten up badly and punched in the eyes, making it look. I recently, on the way.
So Cecile was seriously, you know, Jesus, like the reception that he got in Nyabohanse person or any caring villager or even an onlooker, this would have made anybody upset. Now you heard what Mr. Cecile was saying. There were rumors that he was beaten up at the villa and his eyes was just he had just woken up. There was this towel over his shoulder. His eyes, was like watery. It was quite obvious that he had just woken up, maybe clean do the video because there was a towel over his shoulder and his face. When you wash your face, there would be like your eyes would look a little watery because water came in contact with your eyes, and his face was plump from the obvious rest. He was asleep and he got up and went directly most likely to do this video because time was running out. And besides the environment, he's been going back and forth, going to the wharf to clear goods, going to the, I mean, to wherever he got this item, even on a bike with Mayugudo. These things are not for his age. These things are not anything normal that he would have. Look, listen. For me, when I do like regular, you know, Monday to Friday lifestyle, okay, if I have to get out, go in that sun to go around to get something, I can't wait to reach home to just dive in the bed, take some rest. Also, if I ever have to, like on a weekend when I go and do laundry, it is a difference. My body behave different. I'm just, some clear this, clear that, do this, do that, driving back for, even to be a passenger in a vehicle, you get weary. So it was quite obvious that he's tired, he rested, he got up, had to do the video because obviously he was leaving, so he jumped on the video and they cannibalize that gentleman. Let me, it's about the money. They you can forget about tradition. It's about the money. It don't matter how them have to though. It's sad because whenever they're getting donations behind closed doors, you don't hear negative stories about these people. Mm. hmm Once these people decide to stand up and do things pen to paper, do things publicly, hey, enemy number one. You are enemy number one. And the reason why I'm saying this thing is because as we listened further or watched further into Mr. Cecile's and Marwa's live yesterday, Sunday, I mean, this is going to be playing along. I mean, in and Sunday would be long gone. In Cecile's and Marwa's live, as you would have heard him say, that even the child that he the school fee for going around, and actually not a rumor, it was Patsy's mouth neighbor, immediate neighbor, a piece of the land that her late husband owned was sold to somebody else, bought for Marwa. That's where Marwa's house is right now. So Patsy's Marwa's land is Patsy's late husband, or Patsy's and her late husband's land. So whatever ongoing construction or whomever was coming, and me know say maybe it had to be the wife. I know that maybe it had to be the wife's idea to do this and to push him into it, and he just fronted it and said, "Oh, come on, let's do it." 'Cause in most cases, the women heart always melt easiest, quickest for kids. We always be the one to extend a helping hand, giving you one idea as to what, who, and who I'm talking about. So the kid was eventually seen on camera, and Mr. Cecil and his wife decided to support these kids along with some other friends of Mr. Cecil. Patsy had other kids, I think, help. I don't know how it went, but all I know, Mr. Cecil has stated later to debunk Patsy's lies that she came in a video and did a live and did last week, saying that Mr. Cecil was adamant that he wants to go to the school. He wants to go to the school. Still ended up clearing the air that he had communications all along with the school. Because why? He pays directly to the school. You understand? I remembered clearly, I heard while they were outside, I remembered clearly, I heard Kibe said when he was sitting outside in the car, he was doing his vlog, and he said that Mr. Cecile is there doing some paperwork, something, something. So I guess he was there at the school. I don't know. I hope it was the school and not when he was picking up the items, the shipment. He was doing some paperwork. So the school fair is gone to retrieve his receipts or whatever, whatever. But lo and behold, later in the video, Mr. Cecile cleared up the air to say that, to let us know that literally, oh my God, guys, my, give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Mr. Cecile actually has, I last a chain of thoughts. Anyway, Mr. Cecile cleared up the air to let us know that he, like the principal, communicated with him and was actually asking, I had asked him to make an appearance in the school and things like that. So that debunked Patsy's to the school with her or something, something, something. So it goes to say that these people, whenever they cannot, whenever they're not physically in touch with what you have to give them, it becomes a problem. They want to have a hands-on approach, but you're dealing with an American. He has to file his taxes. He needs paperwork. He needs trail of he need his paper, what he spends, how he spends. So all of this receipt needs to record all these things. You think it's Kenya? He in America they throw you behind in jail for these things. But anyhow, that's not the point. The point is Patsy's lies was also debunked, and the point what I'm trying to drive home is that in most cases anything to them directly. I remember even Joe was saying one time that these people, these stupid people who would call and talk about this, not that, and they don't even donate to his channel. Guys, let me tell you something. It is clear Mr. Cecil's intention was for good. But at this point, hey, this point, let us watch a little bit more and then we'll bounce.
Was well trained in hand to hand.
All right, guys, sorry for that break in the video. So it is what it is. Puzzled my brain a little bit further on in the live, and it was where let me just end this thing. It was where, how do you say this now? It was where Marwa stated, I'm getting distracted. It was where Marwa stated, a steer, and guys, um, Mr. Cecile cleared the air to let everybody know he has the slightest idea how to even carry out such actions. Now, with this, I have one and only. I will just come up with one and only cause for this. Pin comment to may have happened. Um, if you own a smartphone, you understand what I'm talking about. Sensitive screen. No, for somebody who is constantly moving back and forth as Mr. Cecile, he's gonna want to keep in touch with his youth, fully focused. So maybe you're doing. Look at me. I'm gonna just let me just take them off screen for a little bit, and yeah, when you do that, there's this thing that puts the screen on a blackout mode. I'm sorry for that, guys. Yeah, that is YouTube for you. They need to work on that, or it's maybe my browser. There's this thing that whenever you're doing, I'm gonna use comment section if it's active. Let me just put this thing. Let me just put this thing on. I'm gonna try to use like a comment section for all right, for instance, this is I can never get this thing right. Where is the screen? Yeah, okay, for instance, there is this thing, and you are you're tapping to slide into read through, slide into read through. You know how many times I get caught. I even timed out somebody mistakenly, because whenever the chats are going up, or whenever you're sliding the screen to comment, automatically sometimes things pop up, and well, this is like a pass comment now, so things will pop up, and you don't realize, you don't pay attention, and you can accidentally pin, because I've timed out people on more than one occasion accidentally accidentally. I'm sorry for that, guys. I've timed out people accidentally on more than one occasion, um doing, just moving swiftly. Their names even pop up on the screen quickly while I was browsing, and my finger, it asks me, report this channel, block this channel, da, 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 because I'm quickly looking down now, oh, in a panic, Jesus, 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 because it happened to me before. So now when I see this, even on the live stream here, and I would move the cursor. I would move the cursor by accident. If I'm speaking and my hand moving back and move the cursor and the cursor drops on a particularly, it asks me, should I block, report, da 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 da. So I have to be careful. So sometimes you may click stuff, not realizing, and then it created a problem. So I want to leave it right there. I want to leave that as my assumption to what may have gone wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Otherwise than that, it would only be a managing moderator who would have had such access. Yes. Other than that, which I highly doubt, there would be no reason, there would be no given God given reason in my head. Why would a managing moderator want to do such thing? For what reason? What reason? When you know, and he actually came out to say that the only other person that has access to the channel would have been Gaki. Why would Gaki want to do that when he works for Marwa? In a sense, he's there, he's in the house. How come out in the public? They would have known that the only other person that has leeway to this. And besides that, it is confirmed. It was confirmed to me. It was confirmed. Like in my head, it was confirmed when Mr. Cecile spoke that, you know, he really don't know how these things work. So like in my head, I confirm, this had to be a mistake, slip of the hand on a touchscreen phone. Anyway, my people, that is going to have to cut it on this here leg of the podcast. Bless upon yourself. And I trust that you leave your comments, your thoughts on this one. Tell me what you think about the whole situation that is playing out in front of us. Tell me also what you think that if you think that the actions that IMR or Mr. Cecile took in coming to the platform to clear things up, if you think it was a good gesture. For me, all in all, guys, for me, it was a great gesture. It cleared the air a lot, and people will now get to understand the real thing behind the scenes, what was ongoing. As we heard, Mr. Cecil said, every day he speaks with I am Marwa. So then we can let, especially me, my heart come down from out of my throat. I'm telling you guys. Anyway, my people, that is gonna cut it for us. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourself until such time. Peace out. Bye bye.